Hey, it's Christine here from Brisbane, and today is day 20 of my 30-day video challenge. And I can't believe I keep forgetting what day it is, but today's topic is actually about tragedy in your life and how it has affected you, or uh, what difference it's made to you. And there's been a few things in my life. One that I don't remember, but I know it had a big impact on my life, was actually the unfortunate death of my younger sister. She died at the age of 18 months. From meningitis. We lived in the UK at the time, and that created a whole catalyst of events. I was only a couple of years old, so I don't really recall anything, but I know that that had an impact on my life in terms of we actually relocated to Australia as a result of that. Mum needed a new start. But I think the one that has probably had the most long-lasting effect on me was the passing of my father. He was only 48 years old when he died, and it was completely out of the blue. He had coronary thrombosis, which he'd actually had a medical a couple of days beforehand, or the day beforehand, and was passed with flying colours. Now, we're talking about 1979, so the kind of tests that they did then were not quite as extensive as what they do now. However, I don't think they would have found a blood clot in his system. He'd had pretty good health up until then, so it wasn't like he was a poorly man, and it was expected. But I was 18 years. He died the day after my 18th birthday, and I was 8 months pregnant at the time of my first child, and it impacted on me because he had been a reluctant grandparent. He was not happy at the idea of being a grandparent. He was a bit of a hippie, and thought it didn't suit his image, kind of thing. So it was all for the strangest of things. And it was towards the end of my pregnancy that he actually had come around and was quite excited at the arrival of my grandchild. So it really rocked my world when he didn't get to see my daughter born. And there's been a few times in my life where I've felt that his presence has been there with me. And there's a lot about his belief systems that I get a better understanding of now as an adult, in my quest for my true purpose in life. And I understand where he was coming from. But there was a lot of ghosts in the closet, I guess, or skeletons in the closet, that came to light. And he wasn't a perfect man by any means, but there's been a lot of things that have happened in my life that my lack of worthiness, emotions that I didn't have an understanding about why I was going through them, that come down to that moment where I realised that it was a feeling of abandonment from my father. I felt that he left too early, and I hold him responsible for that. And I know that, when your time's up, your time's up. But it really, I've missed him. I've got 4 children, I've got 9 grandchildren, and he never got to see any of that. And so that has been really tough. Oh gosh, I can't believe it's still emotional after all these years. So I would like to believe that he's looking down on us and that he sees what we've achieved, me and my kids. And but yeah, the loss of him at such a young age was really had a big impact on my whole family, not just myself. And I miss him and I love him. And yeah, so that's been probably the biggest tragedy in my life, and has made me appreciate how tenuous our grip on living here on this earth is, and that even when you think you are healthy and that you are too young to go. You only have to look at the amount of children that die at young ages to realise that every day should be lived like it shall last, and you should appreciate and love people on a daily basis, because you just never know when they're going to be taken away from you. So that's my deep and meaningful message for today. I'm sorry about the tears, but hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.